Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Ma'am Dian Meta. I am Febri and Istiani from Conversation Classroom 1 and I am from Communication Science Study Program Class, Universitas Nasional. And my presentation is entitled Social Media Used by Indonesian Millennial and Their Impact and Benefit. What is social media? Social media, are often also referred to as social media, is a digital platform that facilitates users to communicate with each other or share content in the form of writing, photo, video, and is a digital platform that provide facility to carry out social activity for each user. Next, what is millennial generation? Millennials are the demographic group after Generation X. There is no definite time limit for the begin and of this group. Experts and researchers usually use the early 98s as the begin of this group birth, to the early 2000 as the end of birth. And then social media function. The first function is communication. Before developing social media initially focused on building a good communication ecosystem. But along with the development of the internet and technology, social media is more than just communication. The second function is branding. Social media is always evolving and providing various human needs, one of which is branding. Branding is a person's way to build an image in the eyes of many people. And the third function is a pledge to do business. As a pledge that is open 24 hours, social media has proven to be very easy for user to build virtual business. The next topic, types of social media. Number one, blog service. Blog service can basically be understood as a personal journal that access on the internet. This type of social media has a function to share notes or views of its user on certain issue, for example, WordPress and Blogger. And number two, social networking service. Social networking service known as a social networks are the most widely used type of social media in the world. One of them serves as a gathering place for many people to socialize. For example, Facebook and LinkedIn. Number three, microblogging service. Microblogging service are non-microblogging, although it has service and use that are almost the same as blogs. This type of social media present as a more concise page, for example, Twitter. Number four, media sharing service. Media sharing service or media sharing, one type of social media that has a primary focus on getting users to share media content such as photo, video, or audio. For example, Instagram and Flickr. Next, benefit of social media. Number one, a tool for learning, listening, and delivering. Number two, documentation, administration, and integration tools. And the last, planning, strategy, and management tools. Next, benefit of social media for millennials. Social media activist Ayu Arinati said the benefits of social media for the millennial generation as a source of information because everyone has been looking for information from social media page. Social media is also useful as a place to interact and create effective communication. And then social media graphic often used by millennial Indonesia. The number of Indonesia social media user research 191.4 million as of 2022. YouTube research 139 million people are equivalent to 50%. And then Facebook research 129.9 million people and equivalent to 46.8%. Instagram research 99.15 million people of equivalent of 35.7%. TikTok research 92.07 million. Twitter research 18.45 million or equivalent of 6.6% and Snapchat reached 3.3 million by 2022 or 1.2%. Next, positive impact social media for millennials. Number one, means to be able to meet all old friend and new friend. Number two, become a business tools. Number three, information dissemination can occur quickly. Next, negative impact social media for millennials. Number one, means of spreading news, and then can causes addiction and means of spreading hate. Okay, the social media user among millennials have a both positive and negative impact. According to the psychiater Agung Frijayanto, the internet and social media are something that has the potential to cause addiction or addiction. What are the symptoms? For example, drug addiction. It can be seen that use of social media among teenagers is something that cannot be separated from life and causes addiction. Agung said, when someone is addicted to social media or the internet, he or she experience the same problems as a drug addiction and pornography. And then this is social media that is often used by millennial is Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Snapchat, WhatsApp, and Telegram. And the last conclusion. With the existence of social media, of course, there are positive and negative. We as a millennial must be wise in use social media so that unwanted things do not happen and use social media according to its function. And then thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.